Good morning, students. Uh, as we are doing exercise 7.11, so this is the last class based on this, and here we will discuss few sums, one or two sums of this exercise which are left for us, and then we will move to our next miscellaneous exercise. So I have taken here sum number 10. It is integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x. So before integration, if you just notice, this is 2 log of sin x, it's okay, and the second is log sin 2x, and sin 2x formula we can expand, it will become 2 sin x cos x, and then log mn formula also we can apply, plus our limit is 0 to pi by 2. So the sum is based upon the property integral 0 to a fx dx. So that property we will apply here, but before we apply the property, let us simplify our integral first of all. It is 0 to pi by 2 as such. This 2 log sin x we will keep as minus log of. Here we will just apply the formula sin 2x. It will become 2 sin x cos x dx. Okay. Now this log of mnp, so it will become log of m plus log of n plus log of p. Outside minus sign is there, so every term will become negative, and let us write down here. It will become 0 to pi by 2 log sin x minus log 2 minus log of sin x minus log of cos x dx. Right, what we have done here, I am writing because log mnp is equals to log of m plus log of n plus log of p. This formula we have, that means the rule over log, and minus sign which is outside will make every term negative here. Now 2 log sin x minus log x, we will get here log of sin x. This log 2 is constant, this log 2 will remain as such, and we are having minus log of cos x dx. Right? So this is our integral. If you wish, we can separate here. So we are getting here integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx minus integral 0 to pi by 2 log 2 dx. Now log 2 is constant, so it will remain as such. Into integration of 1, x will come, minus integral 0 to pi by 2, we have log of cos x dx. Now this is log sin x, and the last integral is log cos x. Also we know cos pi by 2 minus x will give sin x. So over this integral, if I apply the property, I will get this integral exactly same. So what we will do here, this integral I am not going to change. This integral we will keep as such, minus log 2 constant 1 0 to pi by 2 minus here 0 to pi by 2. We will apply the property log of cos pi by 2 minus x dx. Now cos pi by 2 minus x, I am mentioning the property here, which property we are applying, because integral 0 to a fx dx is equals to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So this property we are applying in this integral. Right? So our I is becoming equals to 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x dx minus log 2, here integration is x, the limits are 0 to pi by 2, minus this will become integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. Now first integral and the last integral both are same, minus sign is there, so they will get cancelled, and our integral is becoming minus log 2, and here when we are applying the limits, okay, 0, our answer will be minus pi by 2 log 2. This will be our answer. So it's quite straightforward sum. We are just first of all applying sine 2a formula to sine a cos a. Why we are doing this thing? Because we already have 2 log sine x, and when I look at this sine 2x, I am getting log sine x one term here, so it can be simplified. And then over this log cos x and log sine x, if I just see, cos is pi by 2 minus x, and sine also I can convert to cos, like sine pi by 2 minus x is cos. You can apply the property in this integral also. It will become log cos x, then minus log cos x, then also they will get cancelled. Anyhow, in one integral we will apply this property, and we are getting the answer minus pi by 2 log 2, right? So this is our sum number 10. Other sums, most of the sums we have discussed, and now we will discuss here sum number 19, right? And let us do sum number 19 now. Okay, sum number 19, if we have to show that integral of fx gx dx is equals to 2 times integral 0 to a fx dx only, and one relationship is given between fx and gx, like f of x is equals to f of a minus x, and g of x plus g of a minus x is 4. Now if I just observe this thing, the given f of x is equals to f of a minus x, and in the given integral the limits are 0 to a. That means once again, if I apply the first property, means the property based on which we have done many sums, like integral 0 to a fx dx equals to integral 0 to f of a minus x, if I apply that property over the given integral, then I will get f of a minus x also, I will get g of a minus x also. So let us apply the property to the given integral. So the given integral we will take, let I equals to integral 0 to a f of x g of x dx, and we will apply the property here 0 to a. It will become f of a minus x into g of a minus x dx, right? So now from where this thing has come, I am mentioning again, integral a 0 to a fx dx is integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. This is our property. So that property we have applied. Now what is the value of f of a minus x? This thing is given. F of a minus x is equals to f of x only. So here 0 to a, this will become f of x only. And the value of g of a minus x, we have gx plus g of a minus x as 4. So the value of g a minus x, from here I can say the value of g a minus x will be 4 minus gx. So that value we can write here, 4 minus gx here, and this is dx. Now I think if we separate the terms, that means if I separate the integrals, our sum will be done. The left hand side is I only, this is 0 to a, it will be 4 f of x dx minus integral 0 to a f of x g of x dx, and this is nothing else but this is the same integral I only. So this I, if I take to the left hand side, I will get 2I is equals to 4 times integral 0 to a fx dx, because I am writing here this is the integral I only. Okay, so our answer is there. So I will be equals to twice of integral 0 to a fx dx. So this was to be proved in this sum based upon the given part. From this thing only, like f of a minus x is fx and g of a minus x will become 4 minus gx. After the application of property, we are just putting their values, separating the integral, and our answer is there. Okay, I hope this sum is clear to all. Sum number 20 and 21, these two are MCQ sums, and if you just observe in sum number 19, the limits are minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this integral is based upon the property integral minus a to a fx dx. So here we will check whether the function is even function or odd function. If it is an even function, then it will become 2 times of the given integral, the limits will become 0 to pi by 2. And if it is an odd function, then directly our answer will be 0. Now there is the function is sum of 4 terms, so you will be checking f of minus x for all the terms together. Okay, similarly sum number 21, in sum number 21 also this property only we will use, and you will be getting your answer. Right, with this you people can complete your exercise 7.11, and now we will discuss few sums from miscellaneous exercise of this chapter. Right, so let us discuss few sums from miscellaneous. First of all, let us do sum number 1. So sum number 1, integral is given like this, dx upon x minus x cube. Now if I just observe the denominator x minus x cube, if I take this x common here, we are getting 1 minus x square, and this 1 minus x square can be written as here 1 plus x and 1 minus x. Now what we are having? We are having 3 linear factors in the denominator. So I can do this sum with the help of partial fractions, and by chance you people have forgotten, so let me give you a reminder. What we will do here, we will just consider our integrand. It will be 1 upon x, 1 plus x, 1 minus x, and we will write it as a upon x plus b upon 1 minus x plus capital C upon 1 plus x. Now just we will, when cross multiply, we are getting 1 equals to a into 1 minus x square plus b into x and 1 plus x we will get, plus capital C into x into 1 minus x we will get. Right, now here in the denominators of a, b and c, we are having x, 1 minus x and 1 plus x. So from these 3 denominators I am getting 3 values of x. First x means I can put x 0, then I can put x equals to 1, and I can put x equals to minus 1. So these 3 values turn by turn if I put here, I will get the values of a, b and c. This is one method which I have described earlier also. One method is just by equating the coefficients, and the other method is just by putting the values of x. So let us apply that. So first of all, we will just put here when x is equal to 0. So the left hand side will be 1 only. It will be a into 1 minus 0 plus b into x, so 0 term, plus c into 0. So the value of a is coming 1. Right, second we will put when x is minus 1. Right, when x is minus 1, 1 equals to, left hand side is 1 only, so 1 equals to, it will become a into 1 minus 1, definitely 0, right, plus b into 1 and 1 minus 1 plus c into minus 1, sorry, we are putting x as minus 1 only. So this will be 1 minus 1, not x, minus 1 into 1 minus minus 1. So 1 minus 1, 0, this is 0. We are getting here the value of c. So 1 is equals to minus c, 1 plus 1, 2. So it is minus 2c. That means the value of c will be minus 1 by 2. Right. Similarly, when we put here x as 1, so in this only we will put, when I put x as 1, this will become 0, and a into 0 will become plus b into 1, 1 plus 1, and when I put 1 here, c is also becoming 0, c into 0. So the value of b will be here 1 by 2. So these 3 values we have calculated, and we will substitute these values of a, b, c here, and our integral will become simple, and then we can find the answer. So let us take the value of a is 1, then b is 1 by 2, and c is minus 1 by 2. So let us take this sum to the next page. Okay, we are having this a upon x plus b upon 1 minus x plus c upon 1 plus x. I have taken it from the previous page. The values of a, b, c are calculated. A was 1, b is 1 by 2, and c minus 1 by 2. So when I put that value and separate the integrals, we will get here dx upon x this 1 by 2 outside, it will be integral dx upon 1 minus x, and c value is minus 1 by 2, and here we will have integral dx upon 1 plus x. Integral of 1 by x, we know it is log x plus 1 by 2. Integral of 1 minus x will be log of 1 minus x, divided by derivative of 1 minus x, it is coming minus 1. Minus 1 by 2 log of 1 plus x, divided by derivative of 1 plus x is 1 only, plus constant of integration. So here we can club log x. This is also minus 1 by 2 because of this minus sign. Here also minus 1 by 2. So this minus 1 by 2, if I take common, we are getting here log of 1 minus x plus log of 1 plus x. And log m plus log n, we can say it is log of mn. So it will be log x minus 1 by 2 log of 1 minus x square plus c will be our answer. So this was already done method based on partial fractions. The same thing we are applying. Sum number 2 is simple sum. I will just give the hint. Integral is given here like 1 by root of x plus a, 1 upon root of x plus a plus root of x plus b. Okay, so here if I just rationalize it, the integral will become very simple, because when I rationalize, x and x in the denominator will get cancelled, a and b constants we can take outside, and we are just having the simple power of linear function which can be integrated easily. So here you people will rationalize it before integrating, okay, and then the sum can be done easily. Now sum number 3, hint is already given, you people can easily do that, and now we will discuss